Assalamualaikum and a very good day to our lecturer and fellow friends. Today, our group will present a brief overview of our roleplay. This presentation introduces the character roles, storyline, objective, and the key communication concept that we apply throughout the roleplay. We are from class BTM443 and this presentation is prepared for Madam Mazwin binti Mat Halif. Let me introduce our team member, me and myself, Nur Azlin binti Abdul Karim. Here we have Nur Suzila binti Muhammad Nasir, Mashitah binti Muhammad Kasim, Nur Shamimi binti Aziz, and the last one is Jah Aina Hanisa binti Jusni. Hi everyone, today we would like to present the communication issues and ethical dilemmas identified in our roleplay assessment entitled ADHD versus OCPD, which is the perfect duo. Our roleplay highlights how different cognitive styles and personalities can influence communication, teamwork, and decision-making in the workplace. Through the character of Azlin, Suzy, Mashi, Mimi, and Boss Cha, we demonstrate that workplace diversity is not only about culture or background, but also about neurodiversity, where individuals think, communicate, and solve problems differently. Throughout our role play, we applied several key communication concepts from BTM543, including perspective taking, workplace diversity, listening styles, effective team communication, leadership decision-making, and collaborative teamwork. In addition, we incorporate the concept of psychological safety to demonstrate how supportive work environment encourage open communication, collaboration, and effective problem solving. This concept helps explain how misunderstanding, prejudice, and different work styles can either become barriers to communication or strength when managed effectively. In this presentation, we will briefly explain each character roles, identify the main communication issues or ethical dilemmas they face, discuss the recommendations or solutions, and conclude based on the communication theories learned in this course. Without further ado, let's begin with our first presenter, Mashita.
Thank you, Azrin. Assalamualaikum and good morning, everyone. Today, I would like to explain the role of each character in our roleplay and how to relate the communication concept and different personality traits in the workplace. First, Azlin. Azlin is the project leader who demonstrates characteristics associated with OCPD. OCPD stands for Obsessive Compulsive Personality Disorder. Individuals with OCPD tend to be highly organized, disciplined, and place great importance on order structures and following rules. They pay close attention to details, set high standards for themselves and others, and strive for perfections, make them reliable and responsible when completing tasks. However, Azlin also demonstrates a high level uncertainty avoidant, which make her resistant to unexpected changes, uncomfortable with unplanned or unpredictable situations, and reluctant to adopt new approaches. Next is Suzy. Suzy represents an employee with characteristics associated with ADHD. ADHD stands for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, a neurodevelopmental condition that may affect attention, organizations, and time management. Despite these challenges, Suzy demonstrates several strengths, including creativity, innovative thinking, and the ability to generate unique ideas by approaching problems from different perspectives. During high-pressure situations, and she is able to enter a state of hyper-focus, allowing her concentrate intensely and contribute effective solutions to the team. Mashi is a responsible co-worker who serves as the communication coordinator. She is skilled at sharing information, coordinating with clients, and ensuring smooth communication throughout the project. However, she is quick to judge people's behavior and represents stereotyping a negative evaluations in workplace communications. Next is Mimi. Mimi is dependable and detail-oriented coworker who provide logistics and operations support to the team. She is responsible, reliable, and always ensure that projects tasks run smoothly. However, she has a habit of gossiping and making assumptions about her colleague without fully understanding them. Last but not least, our boss Ja is managing director. She is firm, professional, and result-oriented leader who know her employees' strengths and working style. She assign responsibility strategically, encourage a teamwork, and remain open to new ideas while expecting accountability and high performance from her team. Thank you.
Moving on to the issues, dilemmas, and suggested solutions. The first character is Azrin. Her issue is high uncertainty avoidance and embracing perspective taking. Azrin's strong need for structure and predictability caused her to freeze and experience extreme anxiety when the client, Datu Razak, unexpectedly rejected the proposal that the team had spent 3 weeks preparing during their progress update meeting. The sudden change disrupted her planned workflow, making it difficult for her to think clearly, adapt to the new situation, and consider alternative perspectives. As a result, she became overwhelmed and was temporarily unable to make effective decisions. Our suggested solution is to practice perspective taking and collaborative problem solving. The team should support Azrin through clear communication and shared responsibilities during unexpected changes. Azrin should also practice perspective taking by considering different viewpoints and collaborating with her teammates. This helps her reduce anxiety, improves her adaptability, and enables her to make better decisions under pressure. The second character is Susie. Her ethical dilemma is creativity versus fear of being judged. Susie struggles with poor time management and disorganization. Her frantic morning had caused her to forget to prepare before the progress meeting update started. When the proposal was unexpectedly rejected, she faced the dilemma of either keeping her unconventional idea to herself in fear of being judged, or taking the risk of sharing it despite it being scribbled on a crumbled grocery receipt. Our suggested solution is to encourage psychological safety and collaborative teamwork. Management should create a psychologically safe environment where Susie feels comfortable sharing creative ideas without fear of being judged. Pairing her with a more organized teammate, such as Azrin, allows her creative ideas to be refined into practical and well-structured solutions. This enables the team to benefit from both creativity and organization while achieving the project's objectives.
Issues or dilemmas and suggested solution for the third character, Mashi, who is a co-worker and observer. The issues or dilemmas are that Mashi faces the ethical dilemma of prejudice versus recognizing individual strengths. Mashi questioned Boss Jah's decision to pair the highly structured Azrin with the disorganized Suzy, believing that their contrasting personalities will negatively affect the project. She faced the dilemma of either holding on to her prejudice and adapting management judgment or trusting that their complementary strengths could contribute to the team's successes. Based on Chapter 2, Culture, Diversity and Global Engagement, the suggested solution is to recognize individual strengths and trust collaborative teamwork. Mashi should avoid making assumptions about her colleagues based on their personalities or working styles. Instead, she should recognize that different strengths can complement one another. By trusting management decisions and focusing on each team member's contributions, she can support stronger collaboration, improve team performance, and achieve better outcomes during high-pressure situations. Moving on, the fourth character, Mimi, who is also a co-worker and observer. The issues and dilemmas Mimi faces are stereotyping versus embracing workplace diversity. Mimi initially demonstrates close-mindedness and a lack of empathy by choosing gossip, stereotyping, and judging Susie's chaotic behavior and Azlin's perfectionism without understanding their different cognitive styles. She faces the dilemma of either continuing to judge her colleagues based on first impressions or recognizing that workplace diversity includes neurodiversity and different ways of thinking. Based on Chapter 2, culture diversity and global engagement, the suggested solution is to embrace workplace diversity and practice empathy. We should avoid judging others based on first impressions or stereotypes. Instead, she should practice empathy by recognizing that colleagues may have different cognitive styles, communication approach, and working methods. By focusing on each person's strengths and contributions rather than their differences, she can promote workplace diversity, build stronger professional relationships, and help the team make more effective decisions during challenging situations.
Last but not least is Boss Ja. Her ethical dilemma is rejecting unconventional ideas versus giving them a fair chance. Boss Ja faced the challenge of making a critical decision under severe time pressure after the client, Dato Razak, rejected the proposal. She had to decide whether to dismiss Susie's unconventional idea because it was presented on a scribbled grocery receipt, or give the team an opportunity to refine the idea into a practical solution.
Based on Chapter 6, Effective Team Communication, the suggested solution is to promote open-minded leadership and collaborative evaluation. Bosses should encourage team members to share ideas without fear of being judged, rather than evaluating ideas based on how they are presented. She should assess their potential and allow the team to refine them collaboratively. This builds trust, encourages creativity, and enables the team to make better decisions under pressure.
Assalamualaikum. In conclusion, our roleplay demonstrates that effective workplace communication is not about having people who think that the same way, but about recognizing and valuing different strengths. Throughout the story, each character faced a different communication challenges, including high uncertainty avoidance, fear of judgment, stereotyping, prejudice, and leadership decision-making under pressure. However, these challenges were successfully overcome through perspective taking, collaborations, psychological safety, and open communications. One of the key lessons we learned is that neurodiversity should not be viewed as a weakness. Individuals with different cognitive styles such as ADHD and OCPD can complement each other when they are given the opportunity to work together. So this creativity and oddly structured thinking shows that different approaches can produce better outcomes when supported by teamwork, mutual respect, and effective communication. Another important takeaway is that the role of leadership. A good leader should recognize employees' strengths, encourage collaborations, and evaluate ideas based on their potential rather than their presentation. At the same time, every team member should avoid making assumptions, respect different working styles, and communicate with empathy and professionalism. During the preparation of this roleplay, we also faced several challenges. The biggest challenge was time management. As all our group members are working adults with different work schedules, finding a suitable time for discussion rehearsals and recording was not easy. Another challenge was adapting the role play to see a team member who was located far away while ensuring that the storyline remained realistic and every member had a meaningful role. In addition, finding a suitable filming location was also difficult because some of our members were working from home, some live far away, and although one member had access to an office, it was not suitable for recording. Therefore, we had to borrow another office that better suit our workplace setting. So despite these challenges, we managed to complete the role play through good communication, cooperation, and flexibility. Overall, this assignment has taught us the importance of the ethical communication, teamwork, respect of diversity, and recognizing that different strengths can work together to achieve the best possible outcome. Thank you.